Hey everybody, Dean here, and today I'm going to be taking my Benchmade Bailout and soaking it in water, which I've lightly salted, for 24 hours to test the corrosion resistance. Part of the reason for doing this is that in my previous review, I pointed out that I didn't think that most tactical people would want a steel that was, not more corrosion resistant. And then S. Davis pointed out that my characterization of 3V was actually not 100% fair and that it's actually considered a semi-stainless. So I decided to put it to the test and see what happens. Before we get to that, I actually have a little mini review of the Boker Magnum Wingman. Now, this thing is obviously ridiculous. I bought it because I saw it and thought it was hilarious and figured it'd be kind of a good conversation piece with my buddies when they come over and I say, would you like a beer, and bust this thing out. However, it actually is pretty sweet. I found myself enjoying it quite a bit. The action on it is really nice, nicer than I was expecting for a $27 novelty bottle opener. The pocketwood handle, pocketwood can vary pretty greatly. The pocketwood handle is actually pretty solid on this thing and it feels pretty nice. There aren't any major, finger snags on the joint between metal and pocketwood. And the button itself is pretty satisfying. And the action, it's not a pro tech, but nothing is besides pro tech. But it's pretty darn sweet. Really impressed me. Much cooler than I thought it was going to be honest. So I'm impressed by this thing. Anyway, enough yakking about that. Let's get on to dunking my ill-fated Bailout in salt water.
Will the Benchmade Bailout rust? Or is 3V a steel that we can trust? I don't wanna hurt you, but for science I must. Yes, I don't wanna hurt you, but for science I must.
Alright, we are back after senselessly torturing my poor Bailout here. Overall, it held up pretty darn well to salty water. Quick note about the blade in its current state. I actually was planning on cleaning it up on screen, but being the idiot I am, I sliced myself with my newly rusted blade and had to quickly make sure that my tetanus shot was up to date. So that's the story there. I've already cleaned this up with some rubbing alcohol and a rag though. So this is kind of the cleaned up version of it. And as you can see, hopefully the blade didn't suffer that much. The logo area is a little bit worse for wear, but that's kind of to be expected even on knives that are built for corrosion resistance. Blade HQ has a really good video on testing Spyderco's really rust resistant steel. And on those, even the laser etched logo section was worse for wear. So that doesn't surprise me. The tip is a little bit rusted out. Not that bad though. And this knife could totally do whatever task you need it to in its current state. So I'm actually kind of impressed by this. And I think that S. Davis was correct. Do I love the Bailout more now? Not really. I mean, I'm still standing by my previous kind of criticism of it. I still think that the Bug Out is probably the better choice for 99% of people out there. But it definitely impressed me in terms of its corrosion resistance. So 3V is a steel to watch out for sure. What do you guys think I should do next for testing, if anything, or what would you like to see? Let me know. All right, that wraps it up for this video. Just a quick note, I've been carrying around the Benchmade 591 Boost utility knife in my pocket for the last couple weeks or so. It's an assisted open utility blade made from 3V as well. pretty interesting knife. I'll be coming up with a review on this in the coming weeks. One of the questions that I had was, it has a flat tip that's built for prying. What kinds of things would you like to see me pry with this thing? You know, what would you use this flat tip for in the real world? To me, it's not something that I'm going to use that often because I'm, you know, if I'm going to pry something open, I'm generally not going to use my knife probably. So let me know what you think. How should I test this thing? Anyway, hopefully you have a great day. Goodbye.